The clock face is going to be an amazing addition to ARK Aberration, and grinders, y'all are gonna have a happy time. So watch this video till the end because there is some nifty tricks up its sleeve. Also, don't forget to like the video if you find this informational, as it always helps with the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel and share around, as that always supports me. With that out of the way, let's get right into this one. The clock face unlocked at 91, requiring 120 black pearls, 400 crystal, 1200 metal ingot, 160 cementing paste, 50 electronics, and 300 polymer, which is going to be kind of expensive and a mid to end tier craft. But for the features it offers, it can save you a lot of time, and I'm talking about 3 to 4 hours worth of time. So what does it do? Well, basically the clock face boosts production of structures. Now these are not going to be every structure, because there are some structures that don't work with the clock face, but I'm going to put a list further down in the video of showing all the structures that I have found that are boosted with the clock face. So for the placement of the clock face, it can be placed standalone without any need of wall support. You just need a foundation, because you cannot place it on the ground. And once you have placed it, you cannot put any walls besides of it. So if you want to make like an enclosure around it, you have to do that first. So if I want to place a wall here, I cannot. It won't allow me to. If I want even to place a ceiling up top, it won't allow me to. If you want to do that, like build a clock tower or some aesthetic design, you will first have to build everything like so, and then you can go ahead and place it in here. Or if you want to place it, say, on a wall, you can do that and it will have a different look to it. As you can see, it is just the clock face and the wall in the background. It doesn't have its own steampunk vibe to it. And if you want to add a skin on the wall, well, basically you will have to add that first, like so. So you have to place this, and then you will have to go and place your clock face. You cannot place the skin when the clock face is on the wall. For example, take this off and let's put the clock face here, like so. And if I want to skin it, it will not allow me. And if you're thinking if you can skin it from the back of the wall, well, basically the clock face just takes over the wall and you do not get the option again to place the skin. So if anybody wants to place a skin, you'll have to do that before as well. So keep that in mind. Now, as for limitation on the clock face, there is no limit for placing them. However, there is a distance cap. So basically you cannot place a clock face near each other, and there is a foundation distance. So for the foundation, you will have to separate each clock face by 18 foundations. On the 18th foundation, you can get a clock face placed. Now that's a tongue twister. And for the range, it is quite big, but not as bigger like the tech generator. So in this representation, the smallest core is the normal electrical generator. The orange core is the clock face, and the biggest one is obviously the tech generator. If you want to know in foundation wise, it's gonna be 27 foundations by 33 foundations. So how do you get this working? Well, it takes electricity to work. So you can have a normal generator, you can have a tech generator to power it up, and in its normal state, it's gonna have a white light. And the moment you turn it on, it's gonna go red. So once you turn it on, it's not gonna boost any of your structures, because there is a 7-hour boost period, and this is the moment you place the clock down. So it's not going to have a boost. If I show you right here, if you place a new one, power it on, it's going to start with 7 hours. So once you hit the 7-hour mark, you'll get the activate boost option. Now you could put enable auto activation, but I don't think that'll be a good idea unless you have everything prepped up, because there is a limitation about this, and it is a good limitation, as in a way it balances stuff. Because if this was not balanced this way, I think this would be too overpowered to have in the game. Upon activating the boost, which is E, you will get a boost active for 1 hour. Now after this period of 1 hour, it will again go into the boost up stage, where it will take 7 hours to reach the boost stage. So once you have activated this, let me just go ahead and click on show boosted structures. You will get these clocks. Now whatever get these clocks on the top of them are the structures that are going to be boosted. For this example, I'm going to look at the steam forge and the industrial preserving bin. So if we have a look here, let me just change the setting, because you can do something which I'll come back to. So as of now, this thing is not boosted. So as we all know, the steam forge, if you watched the previous video, takes around 7 seconds to craft one stack of 40 ingots, right? So there we go, we got a 40 ingots. Now, if we go ahead and add the boost, so now it has the boost. Let's check that out. So with the boost, it is reduced by half. So if you're getting in 7 seconds, you're going to get it in 3.5 seconds. Just look at how quick that is. That is insane. Now, this is called the tier 1 stage. Same with the preserving bin. If you go in this one, let's put in the spark powder, the cooked meat, the oil. Okay. And let's turn it on. As you can see, it is really slow. I mean, it's quicker than a preserving bin, but it is slow. So let's go ahead, put the boost on. And now if you see it, it's gonna go even faster. You're seeing that is just going rapid, making jerky production even faster. Now, as I said again, this is the tier 1 stage, as I call it. So there is another mode. So right now, if you see on the structures, it is going to say boosted 100%. Okay, that's the 50% reduction on the production time. Now we're going to go into the second tier stage. So second tier stage is focusing on a single item. So for reference, let's go into our Steam Forge. Okay, so we have clicked the Steam Forge. Now this is only going to boost the Steam Forge, and the clock is going to change to red. Now that's not just a visual thing, it basically ups your speed boost to 300%. For reference, if I turn this on, it's going to craft 40 ingots in 2 seconds. Check this out. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, boom. That is insane. Not only that, now that's for the Steam Forge, right? Let's go and change it to the industrial preserving bin. It's the red hourglass. Look at the timer now. Just see that freaking bar. It's going like anything. This makes it super efficient to make jerky. I know it's for 1 hour, but imagine if you have multiple of these. So if you have like one preserving bin here, another one here, it is going to affect the second one as well, as long as they are in the range of the clock tower, which is, as I mentioned, 27 foundations by 33 foundations. So 27 by 33, everything in that is going to be boosted. So for reference, if we're going purely by time, a Steam Forge is going to take you 4 hours 36 minutes to craft its whole inventory into ingots. If you boost it to tier 1, that's going to make it go down by 50%, making it 2 hours 18 minutes. Going further down to the tier 2 stage, that's going to make it to 1 hour and 20-ish minutes. That is freaking insane. You're talking about 89,700 metal here, which is crazy. Talking about running a Steam Forge on Element not being worth it. I mean, it is kind of worth it if you see in the long run, but if you're saying it's not worth it, you can go 18 foundations far away from the base clock, make an industrial forge setup with multiple industrial forge, boost it up, and guess what? With the tier 2 boost, it can smelt its entire inventory of 30,000 metal in 1 hour 19 or 18 minutes or so, which is stupid. Imagine you have 8 industrial forges, 1 clock, and you boost it with all their inventory full. By the time the boost runs out, you'll have more than enough metal to know what to do with. Now, as for turning it off when it's boosted, you can go ahead and do that. It will not reset the clock. I just turned it off, but if I turn it back on, it's going to start at the same time. So this makes it efficient. Like if you are done with making like a bunch of metal, you can just turn it off, save it up, fill whatever you want to fill, and turn it back on. Now there are various things I've tested. So for example, I have taken the Zeppelin, okay, and I have put down a couple forges because we can't put the industrial forge now. We can put the Steam Forge on the platform. So I put a couple forges and they do not get boosted. Now, if you're saying maybe it doesn't work on it, but it actually does. Because if you see this one, which is placed on the ground, it gets a speed boost of 100. Now, similarly, if you place it on the Quetzal platform as well, it does not get the boost. I placed the generator, I placed the preserving bin, the forge, they do not get the boost. I tried it on the cart as well just to give it a try, but unfortunately it doesn't work on that as well. So it's not that overpowered, and I think that this is by far the most balanced in the DLC for what it offers you. It's not that broken to say it's too overpowered. It is considered pay to win, obviously, but I think this is a fine addition to the game and something that doesn't break it. Now, I know what you're thinking. I know this is gonna come up in the comments. If it's not, I'm just gonna say it right now. What about the charge stations, right? Don't worry, I got you covered for that. So let me just go here. And here we have another clock face placed. And this is basically to check out the charge station, okay? So if we go here and we hold this and we check our affected structures, it doesn't show up. So unfortunately, we cannot boost like the cooldown time or the crafting of the element. You cannot do that, unfortunately, but it would be a little bit overpowered and pay to win if that was done. But however, if you're wondering about the gas collectors, well, there's good news for you, because this thing works on gas collectors. If you see, you get the option to boost it up. It's going to take 7 hours, obviously, once you turn it on to boost it, but it will be able to boost it. Also, I did try to make this efficient. As you know, the Zeppelin, the platform saddle, the cart doesn't work and cannot kind of have like a moving clock face, because you cannot place the clock face on the platforms as well, because if you try to place it, it will say the structure cannot be placed on a platform. This goes for all of it, even the cart, even the Quetzal. You just can't place it. There's a cool little trick about the clock face, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So anybody watching till here, this is a treat for y'all, and especially this is going to be super helpful for grinders. So we know that the clock face can be placed every 18 foundations, and now shown the ranges for everyone. So for visual representation on explaining this, there is 2 vacuums and actually a third one as well, but we'll get to that later. 2 vacuums which are large enough to hold a lot of structures in it. So for this one, I've got a steam forge placed here, right? Now basically it would be boosted by this clock here. Let's turn that on. We have the boost active, and as you see, it gets its boost. What if this clock face runs out of the boost, right? So now, as this is a shared vacuum, you can turn on this clock, and this one is boosted as well. So as you can see, boost active, and let's go check that out. And lo and behold, you get the speed boost, basically making the boost last for 2 hours for any structure that is placed within this vacuum. Then I thought maybe it will work putting one in between all 3 vacuums, right? Because this one shares 3 spaces. If you can put a structure in between all 3 vacuums. So let's get that checked quickly. So right now we have only this clock boosting it. So that is going to give it a speed boost of 100. So let's turn that off. Let's power it up as well, so I don't get any comments that it was not turned on. Maybe that's why. So it's turned on now. Let's go to the first clock face and let's turn that on. So as you can see, there's a little bit of it sticking in there, but unfortunately it doesn't register as a structure in its range, so it doesn't get the boost from that clock face. So how about the other one? So let's turn this on. There we go, boost active. And again, it's the same. So unfortunately we cannot get 3 hours out of the boost, but we can definitely get 2 hours. And even maybe if you can have like more forges in that other bubble, you can technically get 4 hours of crafting time if it's just for smelting metal. And you get it. You can keep increasing this. There's no limit on the clocks, because I even have a clock tower in here, as you can see there. So if I put that also in a range, there you go, another vacuum. So making these vacuum bubbles a 2-hour boost time. Now, if you found this helpful, consider subbing to the channel, because I always get content like this. But yeah, this was a sweet little treat for everybody who's still watching till here, and especially for the grinders. This is going to be amazing. I think I've covered about everything. As for the structures affected by the clock face, I'm going to put it up right now on the screen so you can see all the structures that are going to be affected by the clock face. If I missed anything, don't forget to hit it on the comment section down below. But yeah, with that, I think I've covered up everything about the clock face along with this neat little trick. So if you did find it useful, don't forget to smash the like button, destroy it so it helps with the algorithm. And consider subbing because this video really took a long time for testing all this stuff. It is surely going to help a lot of you out there, especially every grinder. I told y'all, watch the video till the end. You're going to get a tip. This is especially for you. But yeah, also I'm going to take a little bit of your time for thanking everybody who has subscribed. We have hit 500 subscribers on the channel. I don't know if I'm going to make a follow-up video addressing it or if I'll put a community post, but we are going to grow. We are going to get better. And it's all thanks to you guys that we have become a much bigger family, a much bigger community now. And I'm gonna take more time to do my videos properly because I want them to get better and better and I want to learn. But yeah, with that, LSOR signing off. Thank you for the 500 and till next time, peace out.